Come in and find your seats. As a reminder, there are 2 reserved seats per family up here in the front section, and everything else behind there is open. Our graduates will be making their way here shortly, so please come in and find a seat. Okay. All right, everyone. Please find a seat as soon as possible. The students are on their way and will be here momentarily. We're going to need all of the aisleways cleared for them to be able to enter correctly, please. All right, friends and family, I see the students. They are on their way. Can we please bring the chatter down a little bit? Be ready to stand here in just a moment. I'll let you know when it's time. This is the best looking group of parents, faculty, friends, family. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your students with us for these years, and thank you for sharing in this joyous occasion. Woodside Priory's class of 2025.
Good morning. Oh, let's try that one more time. Good morning. Yes, it's a day to celebrate. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the 65th commencement exercises at the Woodside Priory School. What a special day to celebrate such an accomplishment with our students. Please remain standing for the invocation. The prayer will be pronounced by our Director of Campus Ministry, Mr. Kyle Lyric.
On the day that my wife and I got married, the presider asked us to take a moment of silence to look into the eyes of all those who were gathered to celebrate, support, and love us that day. So I am going to ask our graduates right now to do that. Look out here. Make eye contact with members of a community who see you, who know you, who love you. We believe in a God who is love. So as we encounter love here today, we're encountering God. So now, let's all take a moment to close our eyes, to quiet our minds, to open up our hearts. Take a deep breath in and consider something or someone for which you are grateful for right now. As you breathe into that gratitude, hold the breath for a moment, hold the gratitude for a moment, and then as you exhale, share that gratitude with our world. And let's pray together. God of all that is magnificent, we stand before you and the you we encounter in each other today with light in our eyes, wonder in our minds, and gratitude in our hearts. Send your spirit of love through this community as we witness our children, our students, and our future stepping boldly out into a world that will be made better because they are a part of it. We do all of this in the name of love. Amen. Saint Benedict and Saint Scholastica, pray for us.
Thank you, Mr. Lyric. Please be seated. It is my pleasure to call upon Mr. Patrick Ruff to deliver the head of school's welcome.
Good morning, and thank you for celebrating with us. You know, my role this morning is really very simple. It's just to welcome you to our ceremony. But first, I want to acknowledge, as Kyle started to do, the support that has helped our very soon-to-be graduates along the way. So to all the family and friends with us today, and those who could not be here in person and are streaming the ceremony live, like Balaj's parents in Hungary, thank you. Thank you for the encouragement you have offered, the sacrifices you've made, and the love that you have shown these extraordinary people. We are grateful for all you have done and very much appreciate your impact on Priory. I also wish to offer my gratitude to Ms. Cortez, our faculty and staff, and their exceptional efforts in making this day a reality. Our seniors have benefited from their dedication and generosity and are simply better people because of them. So please join me in thanking them for their extraordinary work this year and the past 4 years. But today we are here to honor the class of 2025. And before I officially welcome you to this occasion, I want to offer this very special class, a class that I love very much, one last thought. Every commencement marks a change. We celebrate the close of these 4 years, and then we recognize a new beginning. You leave the familiar, and you're invited to something new. new roles, new responsibilities, and new relationships. Next year, you will not see these same friends every day, or you will not have the same structure or routine. You will not have to hurry to class from the senior parking lot, or linger at Schilling Square to play or watch one more point of spike ball. No more early dismissals for athletics, tech week contracts, or extensions on work because of retreat. Your relationship with Priory will change. You will no longer be a student, but that relationship will not end. There will be an end to your physical presence here on Portola Road, and I will miss you very, very much. But certainly, there will not be an absence. Priory and our values will continue to work in you and through you. And just as Priory will always be part of you, you will continue to impact Priory because of the experiences that you have shared in this community. They will influence us, and those experiences will continue to impact the choices you make over the next 65 years. Again, the relationship will change, but it does not end. Now, as Father Matthew said so beautifully last night, today is about the mission that is entrusted to you. It is not about leaving, but it is about engagement and action. This is not the end. This is the beginning, a commencement, a call to action to love and to live the values and experiences that you have soaked up and shared in this community. So now, members of our Board of Trustees, monastic community, honored guests, members of our faculty and staff, parents, family, and friends, and especially the great class of 2025, it is my distinct honor to welcome you all to the 65th commencement exercises of Woodside Priory.
Thank you, Mr. Ruff. Your words are definitely heartfelt. Each year, a member of the graduating class is selected to deliver an address at the commencement exercises. This year's student speaker is a young man who is deeply invested in the enterprise of learning. At Priory, we strive to cultivate an environment where every student feels empowered to pursue their own unique interest and be celebrated for that pursuit. Being engaged in the learning process is a good thing here, and few students are more boldly engaged with their own learning than this year's speaker. Whether it be in mock trial, constitutional law, college-level computer science, or chemistry, this is a student who makes it cool to try and cool to care. As accomplished on the archery range as he is in the courtroom, our speaker possesses an up-for-anything attitude that is infectious. We will certainly be missing his trademark Willie backpack rolling around our extremely hilly campus next fall. It is with great pleasure that I invite this year's student speaker, Emmerich Tong Yu Chang, to deliver the 2025 commencement address.
Good morning, everyone. Before I begin, I want to thank Ms. Cortez for the kind introduction, as well as those who helped me craft this speech. I also want to thank the faculty, families, friends, and most importantly, my fellow graduates who've helped shape the strange, spirited, and slightly chaotic Priory community we've all come to love. Without the wonderful people here today, Priory just wouldn't be Priory. No, it'd be Sacred Heart. And we all know it's not that kind of party. Now, today I want to talk about something that's been at the center of my life for nearly a decade: broken arrows. And no, that's not a random metaphor I just made up. I mean actual splintered, snapped-in-half arrows, the kind that come from years of archery, windy practices, and a few too many oops moments with my neighbor's backyard. But each broken arrow tells a story, and looking back, I realized that 3 arrows in particular became a mirror for our time at Priory. The first is an arrow I broke at a beginner's practice session when I was 9 in the very glamorous, very high-stakes setting of a church parking lot. I pulled the bow back way too far, let go way too soon, and snap, the arrow skidded across the asphalt and split right down the shaft. My first lesson, precision takes patience, growth takes time. And honestly, that's what freshman year was all about. We came into Priory wide-eyed, slightly terrified, and absolutely determined to memorize our locker combinations like national secrets, even though they never really worked anyways. We got lost trying to find the stream building more times than we'd like to admit. Some of us clung to familiar middle school friends, while others branched out, mostly by orbiting new people until someone finally made eye contact. But whether we were reconnecting or awkwardly expanding our social circles, we are all learning how to find our place. The DC trip pushed us further, out of our routines and into a hot, humid, and slightly mosquito-infested adventure. And yet, in between monuments and group selfies, we formed new friendships and began to see each other in a different light. Back on campus, we tackled our first sports seasons, dragged ourselves to early morning choir call times, and gradually unraveled Priory's labyrinthian layout. Just like that first broken arrow, freshman year taught us how to aim. Not perfectly, not always confidently, but enough to realize that maybe, just maybe, this new environment wasn't so scary after all. The second arrow broke under pressure, not from the world, but from myself. During a tournament, I stood next to archers with flawless form and unshakable confidence, while I overthought every movement, trying to be perfect, and snapped another arrow. That arrow reminds me a lot of sophomore year, that weird in-between chapter where we weren't the new kids anymore, but we also weren't exactly seasoned pros. Expectations grew, but so did our tendency to compare. Some classmates looked like they had everything figured out, balancing straight A's, sports, clubs, and still managing to get 8 hours of sleep, allegedly. Meanwhile, some of us were just trying to survive world history and the onslaught of pop quizzes and projects. It felt like everyone else was hitting bullseyes while we were still trying to figure out where to even aim. But here's the truth I learned from that era. Self-doubt is normal, but it doesn't get the final say. Sophomore year wasn't about being perfect. It was about taking the shot anyway, even when your hands were wobbly and your confidence a little shaky. It was about showing up to a class, to a practice, to a rehearsal, even if you had no idea what was happening or what to do. After all, in the words of Mr. Neal, you've got to fake it till you make it. And God knows how many times we've all had to do that to become the bright, ambitious, and upstanding people we are today. Now let me tell you about the third arrow, my favorite. It didn't break because I was nervous, it broke because I was laughing while aiming. Definitely not something I'd recommend doing with a loaded projectile, but in that moment, I was just having fun. And that's what our junior and senior years gave us, a chance to loosen our grip, take risks, and enjoy the ride. We cheered at school plays like Puffs and Macbeth, where friends became wizards and witches. We made it through debates and mock trials with wildly different work ethics and styles. We debated books we may or may not have read, shout out Hamlet, and somehow, we made each other better through it all. We ran for ASB positions, founded new clubs, some even taking inspiration from one of the old pillars of our community, Cheese Club, and finally learned how to manage our schedules, sort of. We made room for late night melt runs and Windy Hill excursions. We turned small moments, like sunbathing and chilling instead of doing work, or sharing a box of chicken biscuits and advisory into core memories. I still remember our last two retreats, where after years of being together, I felt us truly come together as a grade. Seeing us show off our poetry at talent shows, sing and dance to Taylor Swift's Shake It Off, and share hot dogs and s'mores around a bonfire made me realize that there's nothing holding us back from simply enjoying life with each other. While first semester senior year was a blur of college essays and looming deadlines, it was also when our grades unity truly shined. Huddled in Founders Hall, we brainstormed ideas, swapped writing advice, and bonded over our mutual suffering. And somewhere between word count rants and last-minute edits, I also learned a valuable lesson. "I'm a criminal" is not a great opening line for a personal statement. Second semester senior year brought even more fun and went by even faster. We spent more time together outside of school, whether it was hanging out at University Avenue, making snack runs to Roberts, or just soaking in the last few months of high school. We embraced all the classic senior traditions: senior assassin, beach hangouts, senior prank. And somewhere along the way, we started letting go of old friend group boundaries and reaching out to people we hadn't really known before. In the wildness of our junior and senior years, we found something more valuable than perfection: perspective on Priory, on community, and on our humanity. These past 2 years brought moments of great triumph: victories at the basketball state championships, unforgettable performances on stage, success in club competitions, and senior projects that somehow came together at the last possible moment. But it also brought deep tragedy. We experienced the loss of core members of our community whose absence left a void behind. And in those moments, we came together. We leaned on each other, we held space for both sorrow and celebration, and through it all, we began to understand what it really means to live fully, to laugh freely with friends and strangers alike, to push beyond our comfort zones, to seek out new experiences, and to regret nothing. One of my favorite quotes is that there is no prize to perfection, only an end to pursuit. That, I think, is what defines our class. We never chased perfection for the sake of it, we pursued growth. We took the shot, even knowing it might miss, and in doing so, we lived this time at Priory to its fullest. And now, class of 2025, here we are, standing at the beginning of the rest of our lives. Metaphorical bow in hand, unsure where our arrows will land. Some of them will hit the bullseye. Some of them will miss. And yeah, some of them will shatter. But that's okay. Because broken arrows aren't a symbol of failure, they're proof that we tried, that we dared, and that we lived. If Priory has taught us anything, it's how to always begin again. How to approach every day as a new one, and how to welcome whatever comes, good or bad. And as we go off in different directions, I hope we keep aspiring for great things. Whether we become actors or artists, doctors or diplomats, engineers or entrepreneurs, teachers or simply travelers or whatever else we want to be, I hope we keep taking risks and laughing through the setbacks. And I hope we carry this Priory community with us because it's shaped who we are and how we take aim at the world. Congratulations, class of 2025. Let's go shoot our shot.
Wow. Thank you, Emmerich. We will now move to the class Valedictorian Award. The Valedictorian Award recognizes a graduating senior who has achieved outstanding academic excellence while exemplifying the mission and values of Woodside Priory. This student not only excels in their studies, but also leads with integrity, compassion, and a commitment to fostering a supportive and inclusive community. Through active participation in student life, whether in athletics, performing arts, visual arts, campus ministry, or other meaningful contributions, they inspire their peers and enrich the Priory experience. Their leadership, service, and dedication leave a lasting impact, reflecting wisdom, reverence, and sense of purpose that define a Priory education. This year's valedictorian is someone others admire and strive to be like, both for his academic excellence and outstanding character. He has a natural ability to understand concepts effortlessly, and at his core, he loves the camaraderie of the classroom, is level-headed, and always inclined to see the bright side of a situation. As football captain, ASB co-president, and class representative, he consistently treated people at Priory like family. He's the type of leader that will tap an opponent on the shoulder to say, "Good job," and encourage his peers to be their best selves through consistently modeling integrity and maturity. He is the voice of reason in difficult situations and has set the pace for other students in his Priory courses. He will bring his intelligence and strong leadership qualities and make his college community better because of it. Congratulations, Zio Samuel Jung. It is my pleasure to call upon Mr. Ruff to introduce our commencement speaker.
It is now my pleasure to welcome and introduce Mr. Mark Gainey. Mark's journey is a testament to the power of curiosity, resilience, and vision, all qualities that resonate deeply with the spirit of Priory. Mark grew up in Reno, Nevada, where he developed the drive and determination that would later define his career. He attended Harvard University, where he was not only a dedicated student, but also a varsity rower. Balancing the rigors of athletics and academics, Mark earned his degree in fine arts, demonstrating early on his commitment to both discipline and creativity. After graduating, Mark launched his career in Silicon Valley, joining TA Associates, a private equity firm. This early exposure to the world of finance and investment laid the foundation for his entrepreneurial pursuits. In 1996, he co-founded Kana Communications, a groundbreaking software company focused on e-commerce solutions. Under his leadership, Kana went public in 1999, making a significant milestone in the evolution of Silicon Valley's tech landscape. Now, never one to rest on his laurels, Mark continued to innovate. In 2009, he co-founded Strava, a social fitness platform that has since become a global phenomenon. Strava now supports 150 million athletes in 185 different countries, connecting people through a shared passion for fitness and adventure. But most importantly, Mark is the proud father of two Priory grads, Jake and Charlie, from the class of 2020, and he served on our board of trustees for 6 years. Today, Mark stands as a role model for our graduates, a leader who embraces challenges, values teamwork, and believes in the power of community. We are privileged to welcome him as our 2025 commencement speaker.
Little insider knowledge for those of you who don't know. Turns out wearing a black robe on a day like today is a bit like wearing a very thick puffy jacket. So if you see me sweating up here, I promise it's part nerves, but also, wow, is it warm? Okay, let's get going here. Good morning, class of 2025. Or should I say great morning? It could be pouring rain right now, and this would still be a fabulous day. Why? Because you are this close to getting that diploma, and I'm one of the few things standing in the way. All right, so I will keep this quick, I promise. Good morning as well to all the families, friends, parents, the trustees, faculty members, the administrators, and most importantly, Father Matthew and Father Martin, somewhere here. It is truly an honor and a privilege to stand before you this morning. I am deeply humbled, and I will just try to take a few moments to share some words of encouragement. But before I do that, can we just take a moment to bask in the wonder that is the Woodside Priory? Right, with 15 years of history for myself here, I have a lot of great memories. I remember this field when it was just a baseball diamond and a relatively small patch of grass. And a team came together here at the Priory. We figured out how to budget it. We got the permits and so forth. And we built this beautiful facility that we're now enjoying. Right? As a Priory parent, I've got all kinds of wonderful memories, from chapel talks to cross-country meets to back-to-school nights. The one that really sticks out today was when my boys graduated in 2020. Yeah, that was a tough year. Let's just say it didn't look like this. It was basically a drive-in movie theater. We were all parked in cars on that lot over there, windows rolled up, staring through a windshield at a stage. That was the bad news. The good news was each graduate got to get out of their car, walk up to that stage to their own choice of music, and celebrate. Not the graduation we expected, but one that I will never forget. Right? And in 2025, more amazing memories created by this class and others here at the Priory, right? If I'm not mistaken, there was a state championship in basketball this year for the boys, huh? Yeah. And if I'm not mistaken, there was a team that represented the United States in a global entrepreneurship competition, right? Just, yeah. These are just two of many, many memories that have been created here at the Priory just this past year. So I've learned to cherish all my Priory memories. I will for years to come, and I hope that you get to do the same. Okay, why would Patrick ask me to speak? Well, I've had the good fortune of going on some trail runs right here in Portola Valley with Patrick, and we end up having these great conversations. We talk about everything from Priory sports to leadership to one of my favorite topics, which is entrepreneurship. Right? As he mentioned, I've now been here for 30 years in Silicon Valley. I am a dinosaur here, but I've had the good privilege of launching 2 companies and just having a lot of fun doing it. You basically say that entrepreneurship runs very deep in my blood. Now, have no fear. I am not here to convince you to become entrepreneurs. It's a great career, but we'll save that for another day. What I do want to do is challenge you, all of you, students, parents, and everyone, to think about being entrepreneurial, to embrace that entrepreneurial spirit. Why? Because I believe if you become entrepreneurial, you can develop the courage and tenacity to chase any dream, to forge any path you want, and frankly, to be successful with whatever life throws in front of you. All right. Now, what I realized, I encouraged my boys for years and years to be entrepreneurially minded, to have that mindset, to have that entrepreneurial spirit. But I recognized I'd never actually given them the tools or told them what it meant to be entrepreneurial. So that's my intention today. I'm going to give you just 3 basic principles that have worked for me over the years, and we'll see where we go from there. Principle number 1. It's going to sound like a cliche, but I'm telling you it's so important. Stay curious. Right? As kids, we're naturally curious. Right? We ask tons of questions. But for some reason along the way, we lose that gift. Right? Keep asking questions. Constantly observe the people and the world around you. Be open-minded to different views and perspectives. Right? Live life with a beginner's mindset. The Priory has taught you exceptionally well to be curious. So just keep listening and learning. Principle number 2, get in the game. All right, when you go off to college, promise me you'll do things. Join clubs, play sports, study abroad, work part-time, take some risks. My freshman year in college, my roommates convinced me to join the rugby team. Take a look at me. Not exactly a rugby body type. And sure enough, after just a few games, I had a concussion and a broken nose. So thankfully, the crew team recruited me shortly thereafter, and we went on to better things. But to this day, when I get together with my roommates, we still love to laugh about those rugby adventures. Right? Trial and error is an amazing way of making progress. And trial and error is amazing way of making progress. And college is the perfect place to explore, to fail, to get back up again and adapt. All right, so bottom line, you've got to be in the game though. All right, you have to be a player on the field, not just a spectator. Principle number 3, relentless optimism. there are many challenges in the world today, but that also means there's many opportunities. For every problem, I guarantee you there is a solution. I like to look for potential rather than roadblocks. Optimism is very much an attitude, all right, and it's one you can strengthen. But you have to remain hopeful, you have to remain confident, and you have to remain humble, all right? Approach life through a glass half full. To be entrepreneurial is to be relentlessly, stubbornly optimistic. All right, so there you have it. 3 principles. I could go on with others, but those are really the 3 that I love to embrace if you want to embrace that entrepreneurial spirit. Stay curious, get in the game, commit to relentless optimism. And again, why? It's very simple. If you can commit to those, I promise you anything is possible. All right, lastly, some rapid fire, just practical college advice. Number 1, please call your parents once in a while on the phone. All right. And not just when you need money or cannot figure out how to wash your clothes. Call them just to say hi. I promise you it's the greatest gift you can give them. Number 2, speaking of washing, try to clean your bed sheets at least once a quarter. All right, at worst case, order some new cheap bed sheets from Amazon once a quarter. Your roommates will be eternally grateful. And lastly, don't sweat your major. I changed my major 4 times in college. I graduated with a degree in art history, and somehow I went on to launch and build 2 successful software companies. If I can do it, anybody can do it. All right. Okay, enough from me. Again, I want to thank you for this time this morning. It has been an absolute honor. Congratulations to the class of 2025, and best of luck on your next great adventures. Let's go get that diploma.
I lost my page here. Bear with me. Okay. All right. Thank you, Mark. Students, make sure you hold on to those messages. We will now move into the Head of Upper School Award. The Head of Upper School Award was established to recognize those members of the graduating class who have consistently demonstrated a commitment to personal growth, academic curiosity, and the well-being of others. Their contributions, whether through leadership, mentorship, community involvement, or a steadfast commitment to strengthening the Priory experience, have enriched the lives of their peers and the broader school community. When we asked how they would describe this recipient, all 3 administrators responded, rock star. Whether she is singing on stage, calling the school to attention in chapel, or building an on-campus little library for her senior project, she is a rock star in the Priory community. She is an intellectual powerhouse, a natural leader, an empathetic friend. She's not afraid to try new things and step out of her comfort zone. For example, participating in the first flag football team. Through setbacks and triumphs, she handles herself with grace and grit. She remains grounded in her values and sense of self. Congratulations, Simone, you've left the Priory a better place than you found it. The St. Benedict Award is the most prestigious award given at the Priory. It is presented to a member of the graduating class who, in the opinion of the senior class and the faculty, best personifies the ideals presented in the rules of St. Benedict. These ideals can be summarized as respect for self, respect for others, and respect and appreciation for one's environment, as evidenced by modeling the 5 Benedictine values: of spirituality, hospitality, integrity, individuality, and community. This year's recipient embodies the true spirit of this award. Dorm prefect, ASB co-president, retreat leader, captain of the volleyball team, class representative, student admissions ambassador, and tutor, she has undertaken numerous responsibilities during her time at Priory. She has a unique gift of being able to fill in any role when help is needed without hesitation or judgment, and always with a deep love for the Priory community. It's rare when a student can inspire faculty and students to be more genuine in their character, unselfish, and pursue excellence. One of her teachers put it this way: one of her superpowers is her ability to see big ideas and theories play out concretely in the real world. Our school is incredibly privileged to have been the place she chose to call home for the past 4 years, and she will never be forgotten. Simply put, Crystal Galvan Drew is inspirational and legendary. Thank you and congratulations, Crystal. All right, seniors, it is the time we've been waiting for. Would the first row of graduates please rise? Mr. Ruff, as the head of upper school, it is my pleasure to present to you the candidates of the class of 2025. Who have completed the course of study prescribed for graduation and thus have earned the right to a Woodside Priory diploma. Shona Lakshmi Allen. Kenta Matsumoto Alton. Joseph Arroyo Villa. Peter William Bazuki. Jacqueline Baker Biscay. Conrad Aiden Brizeau. Simone Imani Brown. Elise Catherine Button. Elisa Ruby Castantini. Emmerich Tungyu Cheng. Itzel Zenaida Chavez Dominguez. Kyle Zhang Chen. I promise you we practice. Sophia Nicole Chen. Ryan Kai Cheng. Melanie Bliss Clark. Ethan James Edward Davis. Morgan Ray Dobrinsky. Cristal Isabel Galvan Drew. Will Drogan. Andrew Harry Dew. Sebastian Dijkerhoff. Michelle Noor George. Danielle Georgia Gilbert. Kavya Gatapati. Enio Hoja. Andrew Benham Hurlbut. Nadia Iskandar. Zio Samuel Zheng. Madison Rose Kaysen. Cole Webster Quaja. Ray Kai. Margaret Audrey Koenig. Kara Vina Lee. Chandler Housen Lee. Owen Jacob Lee. Jacob Levin. Noah Bradley Levine. Ishan Laura Lee. Claire Liu. Andrew Merrill Meidel. Sean Rezan Nayevi. Natalie Elizabeth Newman. Woo! It's so hot up here. Jack Chansung Nato. Balash Nikos. Gabriel Oliveri. Spencer Ozaki. Caden Theo Tongzheng Park. Alexander Kai Petri. Kimberly K. Roa. Olivia Jean Rosenthal. Violet Poe Ross. Matthew James Ruff. Allegra Marie Ryan. Sebastiano Matteo Seiki. Saba Radha Sharma. Vian Meili Sheng. Levi Jane Stroman. Kiana Leimomi Twigamala. Nani Twigamala. Stanley Wan. James Weaver. Yuan Webster. Molly Samantha Webster. Alexia Wilson. Juyu Benjamin Xiong. Jikaterina Yan. Nikos James Zachary. Zoe Lola Zachary. Wenxi Cici Zheng. Katie Zhang. Ray Zhang Zhou. Tuar Tigger Zhou. Will the class please stand? Class of 2025, you may now move your tassels from right to left. I proudly present to you the Priory School graduates of the class of 2025. Please be seated. Congratulations, graduates. Before I invite Father Matthew to come forward for the benediction, I would like to express my deepest gratitude to those who made today possible. Special thanks to our amazing monks, our faculty and staff, school leadership, the kitchen staff, and TQM. Thank you to the graduation committee members for all the behind-the-scenes work and for the collaboration in planning this day for our amazing students. To our faculty and staff, thank you for accompanying our seniors on this transformative journey. And to the senior class parents, thank you. You have been working tirelessly to prepare special culminating events for our graduates. And of course, hold your applause. To all of you parents of this outstanding class, thank you for your partnership and your trust. I am truly honored. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Class of 2025, I now invite you to take a moment to acknowledge the people who helped you get here. Like Mr. Lyric asked you earlier, take a moment to think about your parents, guardians, mentors, teachers, administrators, friends, enemies, and family members who have been instrumental in helping you get here. Make eye contact, wave, smile, blow a little kiss, and let them feel your gratitude. Let this moment sink in. Go for it. Find your families one more time. These milestones, the celebrations and the challenges are all part of what shapes us. Your class, who I remember welcoming during my first year at Priory, is full of outstanding, resilient, and compassionate individuals. Throughout your time here, and especially during your senior year, you experienced so much and showed up for each other with heart and strength. As you prepare to step into what's next, I share with you what you have taught me. You taught me to not lose sight of the bigger picture. That's called life. You taught me that in moments of doubt, failure, or challenge, the best thing to do is to lean into our loved ones and the Benedictine values that ground us here at Priory. You reminded me of my why. Not the surface level answer, but the real why. The one that fuels me, that inspires me, that makes it all so meaningful. The reason why I love this work and I show up the way I do is because of you. For that, I am truly grateful. I'd like to remind you one more time of the wisdom our sixth graders shared with you during your senior chapel. Just take a moment and close your eyes and picture those incredible, tiny sixth graders. Everyone's story starts with a single scared step. Don't wait until it's perfect. Just start and make it perfect in your own way. Even though you may leave our community will never leave you. And if you ever feel lost, look back to where you came from. Lastly, remember, no one will ever love you. I'll say that one more time. No one will ever love you or know you better than your family. And yes, it's true that even though sometimes as parents we get on your nerves, are in your business, we do it because we care. In our minds, we are simply trying to do our best, even when we might not get it right. Sometimes your parents' fears, dreams, hopes, and hesitations spill over into you. We forget that as you grow into your own person, you'll see and do things differently than us. As you prepare to leave your home and embark on this exciting journey, keep in mind that it might not be easy for your parents to let go, or to know when to step in or step back. So be patient, be understanding, and take a loving approach to create healthy boundaries. Most often than not, we don't realize who or what we have until it is no longer there. So love your parents, love your families, your guardians, your siblings, your friends, and don't be afraid to remind them of how much they mean to you. At the core, truly, that is all that matters. Congratulations, class of 2025. The world awaits your gifts, your courage, and your voice. May you continue to grow into the person you know you are meant to be. Thank you. As you depart, we welcome you to enjoy some refreshments that are located to my right. But before we do that, I now invite you to please stand for the benediction, which will be pronounced by Father Matthew.
Holy Creator, source of all being, we ask your blessing upon these young women and men, the Priory graduates of 2025. Be with them always in their joys as well as in their struggles. Assure them always of your infinite love for them, and may they in turn share what they have received with gratitude and generosity always. May they forever listen with the ear of the heart and never forget the truth, that always we begin again and again and again. Bless them, Lord, and all who love them, forever to ever. Amen. Amen. Saint Benedict, Saint Scholastica, pray for us.
Mile